beautiful people. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a good day every day. Hey.
Woo, baby, and welcome back to Mr. Taylor Talks, people. The gentleman next to me, he is a man filled with love, joy, and abundance. His feet are very happy when it comes to helping other people and dancing as well. He's the creator and director of Blind Color. Help me welcome Mr. Blue Heart himself, Sebastian Hart.
5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you for that beautiful introduction, sir.
No problem, man.
Wow,
Anytime.
Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, what's your name?
Shane.
Shane, pleasure to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you as well, man.
Love that.
So how I met Sebastian Hart, my sister actually introduced me to him a couple years ago, and I've been following his content, and I just love his inspiration and everything that he provides for people. So I wanted to take the pleasure out of coming over here and meeting him myself and interviewing him and help spreading the message of love, joy, and abundance to you guys as well.
Love, joy, and abundance.
So, quick question, man. I want to ask, like, how did abundance come into your life and everything like that?
Oh man, that's a great question. Abundance came into my life the day I was born. But I probably didn't realize that until down the line when I started taking lessons from life and realizing how blessed I am. But I mean, abundance comes to all of us the day we are born. That's a fact. You know, we are filled with abundance. It's what do we decide to do with that abundance throughout our lives? But to answer that question, the day I was born, when was it inspired to take a full-time effort to focusing on abundance? I must say it was ENC 1102. And a lot of people might relate to that. They went to college classes and things like that. I went to college for a little bit. I was just going to college to satisfy people around me, my mom mostly. And Professor Warren Dittmar, Mr. Warren Dittmar, who will forever
Shout
change
out to Mr. Warren.
That's right. I'm naming, or at least in the middle name of my first child, Warren, in there. First, second. Anyways, back to that. Mr. Warren Dittmar was a professor who inspired a light in me which I had never felt before. I was sitting in the class. I will never forget the first day of class. You know how college is. You come into class, everybody's like, nobody talks to nobody. It's college.
They make their little clicks and stuff.
Yeah, probably just sit there. At the time, I'm always wearing sunglasses. It's a thing. I like accessories in my eyes. So I come into class. I really don't talk. I don't have this explosive personality the way you came into the show. And I was just sitting down. And there was this man sitting next to me. He leans over, he goes, "Did you get the book for the class?" And I was like, just that attitude. Yeah. You know, I was like, "Yo, don't talk to me. I'm just kind of chilling, getting by. I don't want to talk to anybody." 5 minutes pass by. The man next to me gets up, introduces himself as, "I'm the professor of the class."
Oh, wow.
At that moment, I was like, I had never felt that. Nobody's ever shocked me like that. So it was the first class I ever took off my sunglasses. I looked at him and I was like, okay.
You got my attention.
Okay, you got my attention. And in that class, I read more than ever. Throughout my entire high school career, I wrote more than ever. I gave great presentations because I was inspired. This professor, and what all teachers should do, is inspire. Not give us lessons and not tell us what you're reading off a book, comprehend it, and then inspire someone to learn it. And that's what a great professor does. That's what Warren Dittmar did. And Mr. Warren Dittmar inspired me. He showed me the law of attraction power, and never looked back after that.
And rolling off of that, how do you feel that you keep your abundance going each and every single day?
Well, it's a good day every day, as we like to say. Hey, and I think a great part of keeping my abundance going every day is having created abundance around me. So I'm involved in many brands, as you know. I'm a creative director for different brands: Green Live, Blind Color Hats, Miami Salsa Congress, Happy Feet, Salsa Lovers. So I'm involved in the dancing business, abundance. It all goes hand in hand. And the brand I've created around myself, it's a positive one, which has attracted many positive things, such as Blind Color. Blind Color World came into my life by a positive individual who I didn't know, but had the same energy as me, Mr. Marcus Anderson, who created the brand in 2011, reached out via Instagram, said, "You match this brand. I need to send you a hat." He sent me a hat. I immediately became the brand. I was like, I love this brand. The motto of the brand is "Good Day Every Day," and I truly was like, if I wear this all the time,
you're gonna feel it.
I'm gonna feel it because of Warren Dittmar's lesson, which was law of attraction. So by having a hat that says good day every day, how can it not be a good day every day? Now there's moments, and anybody will have a moment, but it's truly a good day every day if you get to wake up the next day.
Exactly, so, and that's how I like to live my life as well and everything. What are some of the failures you felt you come across your life getting to this point now?
Yeah, many failures, but you can also look at them lessons learned.
True.
You know, nobody fails, nobody really succeeds. You just learn lessons. What is success? Being happy, right?
Yeah, and that's actually one thing I like to ask a lot of people when I meet them is what's your definition of success? Because it just truly tells who the person really is.
Exactly. Well, my definition of success is being happy with what you're doing. Are you happy doing what you're doing?
And do you feel like money is a factor of that, or?
Well, one thing about money, I love money. Ever since I was a little kid, when they asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? First thing that came to my head was rich.
Yeah.
I want to be rich. And simply because of the fact of I didn't want thoughts of lack of, right? I grew up, I'm Cuban, I was born in Cuba. We fled to Costa Rica when I was 5. We got to this country when I was 9. And that whole process, it was very, it was abundant in the sense of love and happiness.
Yeah.
But my parents have been working the entire time I've been alive, waking up very early. So I've seen a lot of, we don't have money for this. You know, I had Payless when I first got to this country. It wasn't like my nephew. My nephew has everything. The kids that are coming under our generation, they're gonna have everything. Because, but all I remember was always the lack of, and I don't want my parents. I personally lacked nothing. I always had food to eat, everything. But my parents, I noticed they were always working. Yeah. And they were always saying we don't have enough. That energy, and I was like, I don't want that. So since little, I just wanted to be rich, not because of I want to ball out, I want to know how to march.
You want to help, and it's funny because in my notes that I write to myself daily, one of my notes goes, I don't want money to be rich, I want money to help people.
Oh yeah.
And it comes down to me like, I seen the hard work of my parents, and the reason why I have such a hard work ethic is because of them. But at the same time, it's like, I want you to relax for the rest of your days. Yeah. And that's what drives me, is giving others, just like you have a nephew, my niece, she has everything she's ever wanted.
Right,
I spoil her, you get what I'm saying? Because I don't want her, I got everything I ever wanted growing up, and then in 2008 when the economy crashed, we lost everything. And that taught me the appreciation of things, of like when you have them, or like just everything, like don't take things for granted, and I learned that. So we had, my mom bought a truck and she changed the color of the truck, she bought a new truck because she didn't like the color of the truck. It was stupid money, and then in 2008 it came to a complete halt. But I saw the moments and joy that we had when money was around, and how we were able to help families around us and everything like that.
Gives you creative freedom.
Yeah.
Time to do what you want to do.
What truly makes you happy, and and I had to learn that because I was such hatred towards money, because I saw the things that it lacked in my life because of it, but at the same time I saw what the potential it has to be. So I no longer chase money, but I do chase the value of what it could provide to my life.
100%. Well, we can't create a war or an objection towards money, right? We gotta know our place in this world. Everything is driven by money. The people who have helped the most in this world, have given the most back, are billionaires. You know, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, these are people who've donated billions. But they needed to make money in order to help.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a tool in order to help give. Well, it's a tool, it amplifies whoever you are in the current moment. If you're a shitty person, it's going to amplify the shittiness in your life.
100%.
And if you're a great person living in joy and abundance, it could provide so much more joy and abundance to the people around you.
Giving back all the time.
Exactly.
If I had all the money in the world, I'd be running every 5K, giving back to every organization all the time. And not only will I sign up for the races, but I donate, I do free videos, and I do free come over here and dance with the kids for free. I do all of that.
Yeah.
Why don't I do that? Because at some point I got to do certain things that make money so I can pay a certain type of lifestyle.
Yeah. And another question I like to ask people is, if money wasn't a factor in your life, what would you be doing?
The same thing.
And that's the beautiful part about it, because I think generally myself as well, if money wasn't a factor in my life, I would just want to help people, and that because it just adds so much happiness to your life.
Do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
That's success. Congratulations, Shane. You're successful.
Same to you, man. Same to you.
Abundance.
So where do you see yourself going in the next at least 5 to 10 years from now?
Oh, that's exciting. Well, I just turned 30. You know, I am 30, July 16, 1988, I was born. I recently turned 30, and my plans were by the time I turned 30, I was gonna find a beautiful young lady and start creating a lifestyle with her. So that's where I'm at. I'm 30. In the next 5 years, I expect most likely to have a baby on the way. The next 10 years, I plan on stability, just being very abundant all around me. Traveling, creating content around the world, still handling the accounts I handle today in a more organized manner. Still spreading joy, still hopefully coming, not hopefully, for surely coming and saying, hello, beautiful people, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's a good day, every day, hey, and things like that, because that's what makes me happy, you know. And seeing content creators like you contact me, say, hey, can I talk to you and share that positive energy through my name?
Blue Heart brand, what is the meaning behind that?
Blue Heart, Hart's my last name. It's my mom's last name. My entire name is Abel Sebastian Azul Papi Shampoo Ferro Hart. That's my whole name. Able,
Papi Shampoo.
Yes, I picked that up in the Dominican Republic when I went one time. They call me Papi Shampoo. It's because of the hair. You're a hairstylist, you get
Yeah, I just cut my hair recently too.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know why they were calling me Papi Shampoo. They say it has nothing to do with the hair. But now, my whole name is Abel Sebastian Ferro Hart. I picked up Sebastian, I honestly picked it up for myself. I started modeling when I was 23, and I had a core team of advisors, and we were like, it's better, your mom's last name sounds better, right, than Ferro. As far as like lights, you know, the model. And I think instead of Abel, we should go with Sebastian. And I was like, I marinated on that. I was already a person who had changed my name a lot. They were already calling me Blue. You know, I changed my name and people didn't even wonder what's going on. You know? And we went with Sebastian Hart for the lights and for the modeling portfolios and all that. And today I am Sebastian Hart. When I introduce myself quickly, if we get into the type of this situation, Abel Sebastian Azul Papi Shampoo Ferro Hart. But Hart's my mom's last name, Ferro's my dad's last name. How did I come across Blue Heart? Blue, they started calling me Blue because just in the 20s, I started drawing this little animation that had a blue in it, and friends just started calling me Blue. And then Hart's my last name. Instagram came around, and I don't know what year would you say? 2015.
That I got on?
No, that Instagram started.
Like, oh no, it started back in the day, but like where I got into it was probably about like 2014.
Yeah.
2014, 2015.
Yeah, it's way before that when it started. When Instagram opened up, they pretty much asked me, what would you like your username to be? And I wrote Blue and Heart. Yeah. And that's it. And that's how Blue Heart came to
me. It reminds me of the story of myself too. My real last name is Shane Castro. And unfortunately, when I was in high school, a teacher failed me because of my last name.
No way.
And I saw racism for the first time, and I was like, oh, like that's incredible that someone, and I wasn't an A-being student, but I would copy off my friend that was. Yeah. And school was never my forte, but
because your last name, for political reasons.
Yeah, she was from Cuba. She came over here, and just the name Castro, I guess, hit the wrong side of her, and she failed me, and I had to bring my parents in.
Are you related?
No, not at all. But
it's a lot of people with the last name Castro, miss. You know.
Yeah.
That was is it a miss or a mister?
Mister.
Oh, mister.
And whatchamacallit, so a couple years ago in high school, I used to smoke a lot of weed, and I don't mind sharing that story, but I was into Taylor gang, the whole Taylor gang.
Taylor gang, Wiz Khalifa?
Yeah.
Black and yellow, shouts out, we out here.
So I went with the name Shane Taylor, and I always loved like the wolf and the bear, so it became Shane Wolf Taylor. I had that for a few years, and I dropped the wolf, and it just became Shane Taylor. And over time, people just called me Mr. Taylor, and hence the name Mr. Taylor came about. And that's my brand, and I believe that's who I generally, truly am when it comes to it.
You are who you're identified with, you know.
Exactly.
Mr. Taylor.
And we create our own identity. I believe that.
You will forever be Mr. Taylor to me.
Yeah.
I met you. You told me your name now, but my subconscious already programmed it to look at you and be like Mr. Taylor because of Instagram. And that's the beautiful life we live in today, right? Social media is a beautiful thing. It's giving a platform to so many beautiful people. So, you know, it has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
You got to be able to disconnect You know, don't always be on the social media. Don't revolve your entire life around it.
Yeah, like I had to get to the part to where I literally just get on and get off now, because there is a lot of fakeness and negativity in the world, but instead of seeing that, I choose to see the love and joy, motivation, abundance, and everything with that. So you were actually speaking off camera about abundance and like with the Japan thing and everything like that.
Oh yeah, Yoi Tamichi. You were asking me what the sticker meant. I got the sticker everywhere. Yeah. Yoi Tamichi, but that just says good day in Japanese. You know, we have a video where we wrote good day in all the languages. Not all the languages, a lot of languages, but Yoi Tamichi in Japanese is our 2020 campaign for Blind Color World. It's essentially Marcus Anderson, the hat maker, the smile maker, we call him. He's an extraordinary athlete as far as the potential in him, and one of his inspirations was to train hard and make it to the Summer Olympics in 2020. So as the core team, we're like, yo, you can do that. Yeah. You know, nobody in the team is like, yeah, that's crazy. No, if all of a sudden you say you want to run for the Olympics, we're gonna manifest you an Olympic coach. We're gonna manifest you all the training, the proper nutrition, and that's what we did. You know, luckily we had Green Life on our side. He ate Green Life until he just moved to Chicago. He literally met an Olympic athlete who raced the 800 in the track. You know, imagine the power of manifestation, right?
It's crazy.
We had a conversation. He goes to the track. Somebody approaches him. A legit person who competed in the '96 Olympics. In the race he wants to. So he started training, and
now he's his coach.
Yeah, that's his coach. He's his coach. He just recently moved to Chicago, so now he's having to do everything on his own and by communication. But the point of that story is that whatever you set your mind to and you follow through, is you will accomplish. So not only did we just look at him and start training, you know, we created the whole brand around that. Now it's Yoi Tamichi until 2020. Yoi Tamichi. And we want the brand to be involved with the Summer Olympics, and not just the 2020, but the Olympics is a great brand. You know, we follow brands and we create loyalty around them. So I love the Olympics. We love Nike. We love Ralph Lauren. We love, you know,
fashion.
We love fashion, but we pick certain things that we feel like connect with us, and that's just what it. For example, I don't buy Adidas. I don't buy Under Armour. I don't buy anything that's not Nike, because I truly believe
in the brand.
Nike will become part of our family soon. You know, we're gonna have a collaboration with our hats with Nike. That's the way it's gonna go shape out. And I manifest that by just speaking Nike out into the universe. Another one of my goals is winning Dancing with the Stars as a star. So in any situation like this,
so this is another goal of yours.
Yeah, I use this opportunity to put it out. Because that's what you're supposed to do with your goals and your positive affirmations, and with people who you know are in connection with positivity. You have this positive podcast. What a great opportunity for me to say, I am going to win Dancing with the Stars as a star.
And I truly believe it, like with the passion and everything you speak behind it.
We out here.
Yeah. And I would love to be sitting there and being like, I interviewed that guy before he got there.
You're gonna be like, yo, you're gonna pull that clip up on Throwback Thursday.
I'd be like, look at this.
Look, he said it. This is not something new. This is something I've been saying since a long time. Even when I was doing catering gigs as an odd job. I remember it was 6-7 years ago. I did an event. I was working with Shiraz. Shouts out Shiraz. They hired me for a lot of events. It was a Jaguar event, and Will Smith was there. Will Smith was there, and this was before he had a YouTube channel, Instagram, anything of that. The only videos Will Smith had on YouTube at the time were the ones where he's talking about metaphysics and Paulo Coelho, and I had just seen those videos, and I had to walk up to him. I've done many events with a lot of these celebrities with Shiraz, because that's all they do, but I never felt inclined to having to go shake somebody's hand.
Yeah, and you felt the power behind it.
Yeah, I was like, I need to go shake Will Smith's hands and tell him something. So I walked over, and the only thing I could think of is telling him. I told Will Smith, hey, Mr. Will Smith, I just want to shake your hand, and please don't get up. I don't want to take a picture with you or anything. I just want to come here and share a positive goal of mine with you, because I know you're a positive individual, and anything you share with positive individuals does come to fruition. I told him, and at that moment he like leaned up from the couch. He was like,
intrigued.
Yeah, he was like, what is this kid gonna say? I told him my name, and I said, I will see you again. And I told him I was going to win Dancing with the Stars as a star. I told Will Smith that 7 years ago. he immediately was like, all right, Sebastian, all right. You know, he was the same energy of like, all right, man, like I feel the passion behind you, I believe you. And you know, I always carry that same energy and that story. I keep putting it out there because it's never too late. Don't ever get discouraged. If let's say you're 20 years old and then your goal is by 25 you're gonna have $1 million in the bank account. Don't get discouraged if you don't have $1 million. $1 million
It's a
in your bank
$1 million
account.
mentality.
It's a $1 million mentality. That's very correct, and it's also or something better. Every affirmation comes with or something better, and you gotta trust life. Trust life.
And I actually just heard this recently. When you feel like you're going through something, it means you're going to something. So if you're going through bad things, it's going to take you to something greater than that bad thing. Nothing ever stays bad, and I know you're like affiliated to that as well. Like whenever you've had those moments and everything, that constant positive talk to yourself keeps you going through those moments of bad and everything like that. And that's one way I've helped filter myself. I plan on retiring by 35. I'm 25 right now. And I have 10 years to accomplish that goal. And what I mean by retire is...
Yeah, how do you define retire?
Retirement for me is literally creating a network where I can literally just show up somewhere, collect a check, but help circulate that money in the environment and help spread joy, love, and abundance. And that's my retirement, to where I don't have to physically do the work. Now, I've been a hairstylist for 6 years, but I want to spread my knowledge and creating that network to where I could go places and literally just speak on becoming a better stylist and do that, opening up multiple salons and stuff like that, and schools, academy. Like I have so much goals and ambitions for the future. Real estate, putting homeless people into homes, feeding them, doing everything like that. So that's my definition of retirement.
That's beautiful, and that's, you know, quote unquote retirement, but you're still working.
Yeah,
you're working, man.
But
and I get what you want.
Yeah.
You want financial stability so you can go out there and help the people.
Exactly.
Not having to do something for a paycheck.
Where I have to be somewhere constantly, where I could be out in the world.
Residual income. Let's manifest it right now. Residual income for everybody. And I like that. You keep saying love, joy, and abundance. I love that. Love, joy, and abundance.
Constantly, I always speak that, and a lot of people tend to lack that in their life. And I always try to push it on my clients, like, man, you know what? Even though you're going through something bad right now, something better is coming around the corner.
And you're handling their hair.
Yeah, so I'm actually touching.
You have a very powerful role.
Yeah, and I noticed the power behind cutting hair too. I see all different walks of life, and I'm able to help people with their situation. So if someone brings me a problem, I'm able to transfer it onto another person of how they got through it everything like that. It's an international language, hair.
Yeah, and but also the energy you carry, right? You say you're a hairstylist, and this energy you're creating of love, joy, and abundance, I think it's an added value to you as a hairstylist.
Yeah.
Because I much rather my hairstylist who's handling my head like in a positive state of mind than in a negative.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody who's like.
The hair, and it's subconsciously that a woman will mess up a woman's hair if she feels intimidated by it.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a proven statistic that if she feels she is more beautiful than herself, she will subconsciously mess up her hair because she feels inferior to her. That's why I love doing hair as a straight male in a female industry, because I'm always going to create the woman in the way a man sees a woman beautiful, and that's natural. So like I always try to do anything that complements them, brings out their features. If they don't like their cheeks, I do a certain haircut to enhance like their bone structure. If they like their eyes, then I'll do something to frame the face to where the eyes pop, and it's little things like that where you could change it. But at the same time, I'm indifferent, and I feel like you need that friction, because at the same time I believe in natural beauty. Yeah. I don't feel like we need to change ourselves in order to feel beautiful. But if you do feel like something, you want to bring your personality to the forefront, and that's the physical world, hairstyling does that, and that's one of the reasons why I love doing hair.
It is. Hair does really make you stand out.
Yeah, and it's a vulnerability thing. I'm pretty sure your hairstylist knows things that none of your co-hosts family.
Oh yeah, I've been with the same. I mean, I understand how that's like. I've been going to the same guy ever since I started modeling, and it's because of that energy that he's created. You know, somebody who, like, I can show up and he's like, oh, I already know what you want. Yeah. You know, so. And with that energy, I mean, I applaud you, man. That's cool. As you mentioned, as a straight male, you get that perspective on ladies where like, yo, this looks cool. Like, guys are gonna dig this. So that's awesome.
And same thing for men. I know what women like. I can cut their hair in order to give them the confidence to go talk to the women and everything.
Maybe one day we'll follow up on like, you know, Mr. Taylor,
Blue Heart.
hooking it up with the hair.
Yeah, so one question before I leave, man, is what message do you want to leave to everyone?
Oh man, I want to leave a very simple message and an affirmation, right? I want to leave the message of it's a good day every day. And I don't say that because of the brand, right? I truly believe it's a good day every day, hence it manifests in my favor. I also understand there's moments in life and you're always going to have a moment, but that does not define your day. As I said, it's a good day every day if you get to wake up the next day and reevaluate and replan and move forward. Now, an affirmation that I hold dear to myself by Mr. Napoleon Hill, which I consider my mentor, it's "O divine providence, I ask not for more riches, but more wisdom, with which to make wiser use of the riches you gave me at birth, consisting in the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I might desire." That's a beautiful affirmation. I'm gonna leave it with that one, Mr. Taylor.
Thank you so much. And with that, people, I always leave you with self-love, self-care, self-preservation, and I love you.
Bam! Love, joy, and abundance.
Awesome,
Go ahead.
man.